Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Rap and Wrestle podcast. You guys know me. My name is Derek. You can definitely check out Rap and Wrestle on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at RapnWrestle. Make sure you subscribe and check us out on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get all your streaming needs. Today is a special day for us here on Rap and Wrestle. We're getting a tune-up from the one and only Amber Nova. She's an American muscle mechanic, pro wrestler. You may have seen her on Impact, NXT, and it's a pleasure to have you on. How you doing, Miss Nova?
I'm doing great. Thank you for that introduction. Perfect. Time for a tune-up. Tune in to Rap and Wrestle. We're tuning it up today. I love it.
Definitely. That's what I love about this show. I love crashing the worlds of hip hop, and I love crashing the world of wrestling. Two of my favorite things. And I like to bring on people in both worlds that I think are doing amazing things in their professions. And you're definitely one of those people that I see that's just out there just killing it right now.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Definitely, you're doing it. So the most interesting thing about you is the American muscle mechanic thing, and I guess the stigma of women and cars and all that type of thing. What was it for you that just drew you into American muscle? Like, cars is one thing, but it's like American muscle is like top of the line cars. And what just drew you into that world?
So my dad is a mechanic, and growing up, he always was restoring classic cars. And, I'm actually one of 5 kids. My dad had 4 girls and 1 boy, and I am the middle child. And so I was always daddy's little girl, and I wanted a classic car. Like, my brother had one, I wanted one, and I wanted a Nova because he used to have this 69 SS Nova. It was so badass. Nice. And yeah, that was my very first car when I was like 17, 18. Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's a better first car than I had. I'll tell you that for sure.
What was your first car?
My first car, 1990 Toyota Camry.
Okay. It was good on gas. It was a good travel car when you're young. Yeah.
From A to B. That's all it did. Got me from school and back. That's all I could ask for. I wasn't complaining.
That's good.
Definitely. Now you grew up in Head Island, South Carolina as well. How was the wrestling scene in South Carolina, and what was it that drew you into wrestling at that time?
So I didn't do amateur wrestling, and there wasn't really that wasn't a very popular thing either in my area. The only wrestling I'd see is when I'd watch it on TV, WWF, WCW growing up. And then when WWE would come to the Savannah Civic Center, and when I was younger, I used to go and watch the shows. And my dad would take us, and I saw Rey Mysterio and Batista and all of them. So yeah, I was so drawn to it, and I always wanted to tell my own kind of story.
Yeah, definitely. Who were you say some of those people you kind of drew influences from, or that were your favorites at the time when you were watching?
Oh man, the list goes on, but I was really into WCW guys, Goldberg, Booker T, Sting. Growing up, I watched Medusa, Luna Vachon, Trish, Lita, Victoria, Melina, who I've been working with SWE Fury, which is amazing. It's so nice to work with these people that you grew up watching and idolizing, like Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, Triple H, just that whole era. I mean, yeah, just the list goes on of people I used to watch, and what really just the intensity, the passion, just the superhero factors is what really just drew me in. Yeah,
no, definitely. I could definitely relate to that. Just like you said, growing up and just watching them is just real life superheroes, you know what I mean? And it's the same way for my son now. He's 8 years old. So for him, it's the same way for him, and he gets to experience that. And, I love that I could share my love of wrestling and, how I felt growing up with him as well. Doing research as well, I was because you said Head Island, South Carolina. And I was that was my first time ever hearing that when you told me that. And
I was Head Island?
Yeah, that was my first time ever hearing that. And it got me looking, and I saw there's a nice group of wrestlers that have come out of the South Carolina area, and you know, the Big Show, Sergeant Slaughter, Shelton Benjamin. For you, who do you think? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who do you think, or who is your favorite that has come out of the South Carolina area?
Oh, I mean, that's pretty easy. I think Big Show.
Big
Plus
Show.
he has a love for classic cars just the way I do. So definitely, we all know him now as Paul on AEW, that he's transferred over there. So good for him and good luck to him. Yeah, so he has a love for classic cars as well. And I think Shelton Benjamin's from, where is it, Charleston?
Charleston, yeah.
My sister lives there.
Yeah, yep.
So close to my hometown as well. Yes. So, I mean, South Carolina is a small area. It's just low country. That's why before professional wrestling, I was an EMT, because there's really just like the Marine base or there's the medical field, and it's just easy low country living. So it's one of the two. And then I had to move to Orlando to pursue bigger dreams.
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely understand that. Yeah, Big Show, he's a timeless competitor, and he's one of those that he doesn't even have to be in the ring to like make an impact. That's just how great he is. You know, you brought up being an EMT as well. What was it about that made you want to pursue that field, and how did you get started with that?
I just wanted to help people. You know, I was out of high school. I always had a nag and a passion for modeling and wrestling, but I just didn't think it could happen for me, like unless I looked like China or I knew somebody. So I was like, that's just not going to happen for someone like me. And I did want to help people, and I really wanted to be an EMT. So that was my career driven choice at the time. And then I saw these young women like Sasha, Bailey, Charlotte, Carmella coming up, which was then the Performance Center, NXT. And I was like, oh, wow, where is this located? Orlando, Florida. What do I need to do to be a part of this? And I was like, I just need to train. So, and I thought, you know, if it didn't work out, I could always go back to being an EMT. And it's been working out pretty well for 5+ years now.
Nice. That's definitely good. So you kind of like pursued your dream. Like you went to Orlando to pursue like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, you know, train and do this. Wow, that's amazing.
I literally moved to Orlando with a Nova and a dream. That's it.
That's amazing. That's definitely amazing. And, you know, opportunities were presented to you as well when it came to NXT and Impact Wrestling in that area. How did those opportunities come about, and just how were your experiences with both companies?
Both experiences were incredible with the companies. They were just different. So like, you know, Gail Kim was my agent at Impact, and Sarah Del Rey was my agent at NXT. So it was just like two incredible women, just two different places. Yeah, so I was only about, I think my first year in, it was like 2017, I was getting opportunities to work for Impact Wrestling. It was my first TV experience ever versus Allie. And that was kind of like her first TV experience with Impact with her character. Obviously, she'd been wrestling 10 years or so, many more years than me, but for her character and Impact, it was like an introduction like match for her. And yeah, they said that they kept bringing me back because I could really hang in the ring, and that meant a lot to me. And yeah, Impact was my first TV experience. It was right here at Universal Studios in Orlando. And then I started to work with NXT. I've had 2 matches with them, which is on the WWE Network. All of you can go search Amber Nova on the WWE Network, and you can watch my 2 matches with NXT. And hopefully I will get a full TV contract and be on there much more, and just working towards that. So.
Yeah, definitely. No, I was going to ask you too, you know, wrestling, you know, it's, there's so many places that you can go now. And I feel it's a lot easier to, you know, make a living off of wrestling without having to sign with one of the big guys. Because a lot of people have learned how to market themselves, which is something you do a really great job at, taking advantage of.
Thank you.
Definitely taking advantage of, you know, social media and using it to your advantage. Also, I was going to ask you, are the goals still the same, that you're looking to, you know, sign with a big company, whether it's WWE or, you know, Impact, NWA, AEW? Is that always going to remain the goal?
It has always been a top goal of mine, but I'm not going to limit my opportunities or limit my choices. I'm very open-minded. However, that was and has always been a top company choice for me, where I see Amber Nova going. But yeah, I'm very open-minded.
Definitely. It's a good way to definitely think about it for sure. What would you say, what are your thoughts on, just the wrestling landscape in general, as well as, specifically for women? I feel like it's evolved a long way from those times where we say we were watching WCW with Goldberg and Booker T.
Yeah.
Trish Stratus and Lita, they were kind of like the pioneers that kind of like,
Yes.
started to make that turn for everybody. How do you feel about where it's at right now?
I absolutely love where women's wrestling is right now. And, if it wasn't for the Charlotte Flair and the Sasha Banks and the Bailey and these women really getting women to the opportunity where we're main eventing, they're on pay-per-views, they're taken serious. Not that the Divas era, I mean, yes, there were times where it wasn't taken serious, but these girls kicked ass. If you go back to the Divas era and watch Michelle McCool, Melina, Victoria, like just all the girls, AJ Lee, Gail Kim, like they kicked ass. Even in Impact too. You watch these women. Did they look very sexy? Of course. There's nothing wrong with that, but they kicked ass. And now women's wrestling, it's just much more respected than what they were given back then. And I absolutely love where it is. And that's where Amber Nova comes in. My character, my story. I am here to break the stigma with women, beautiful women, and classic cars. Yes, you can change your own oil and still look like a model. Yes, you can do this. You can do anything. I'm a former EMT. I'm a mechanic. I'm a certified bartender. I'm a pro wrestler. And I'm just ready to tune it all up. I'm a Jill of all trades.
I can see that. You're definitely a Renaissance woman, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Not only have you wrestled in the United States, you also wrestled outside the country, talking places, Panama, South Africa, London. For you, what is your favorite place, or can you even decide what is your favorite place that you've wrestled outside of the United States?
It's a tough one. I'm gonna have to say I loved every country I went to. I wrestled in Johannesburg and Cape Town in South Africa. I wrestled twice in London. I wrestled in Panama. And Panama's hospitality, just like South Africa, their hospitality, those people, they are so welcoming and took such good care of me that I'm just so grateful with all my heart and so humble for all that they showed me. And Panama wants to bring me back actually this year. We're in talks with that now that like travel restrictions are opening back up. But the crowd in London, they would chant songs while you're doing your match, like just fun. Like they are just so much energy. I don't know if they're just drunk during the day or why, like pints here and there, but I mean, they are so much fun. And in Panama, that crowd, that energy was so fire too. I got my first ever thank you Amber chant in Panama. Wow. It felt so good at the end of the match. It's thank you Amber, and I'm just like, wow, this feels great, and I just can't wait to go back. So London, Panama, South Africa, I mean, they're all just amazing places to work.
Oh man, that's amazing. It's always so interesting because it's like when you think about wrestling and countries that do wrestling, London, we know about strong style, we know about Japan, Mexico, places like that. You never think about places like South Africa or Panama or anything like that. It's so crazy that they have a wrestling scene like that. Is it something that's major out there, as like, is it as important out there like how it is out here in the States?
Yes. In London, it is. The only difference is there's not that opportunity that we have here.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. They don't have the opportunity that we have.
Got you. Yeah, that totally makes sense. We just got off, I guess, I don't know if we're still on it or we're off it, quarantine. I don't know. Some people are on it, some people are off it. I don't know what's going on. But, for you, during that time period, how are you staying busy while, everybody was locked up? And what were some of the things that you did to kind of like, keep yourself relevant as a performer to fans?
Yes. So I tried to stay active on social media, but I won't lie. There was a time where I took a break and I enjoyed time with friends and family and stepped away from social media and took that time to just reflect. And I hope everyone did. It was a really good time to just be with your friends, be with your family, take a step away from social media and then regather, you know?
Yeah.
But I did my at-home workouts. I tried to stay active on social media, and I survived through it. So it was difficult. I mean, it was difficult for everybody. I never thought, that would ever happen in my lifetime or with us. It's just, and what area are you in?
I'm in New Jersey, so I'm on the East Coast.
I'm from Jersey. Well, I was born in Jersey. My parents are from Jersey.
Oh, nice. What part of Jersey?
Parsippany.
Parsippany, yeah, of course. Yeah, I know where that's at. I'm by the Rutgers campus. I'm in New Brunswick, Edison area.
Yes, I know that area. That's where my dad used to grow up, and he hung around that area too.
Oh, look at that. Small world, right? Small world.
Right. I just say I'm from South Carolina because that's where I really was raised and grew up my whole life. But parents are from Jersey. I was born in Jersey, but I'm not really from there. I didn't grow up my whole life there.
So you got a mixture of everything. You got the East Coast, you got Florida, South Carolina, the South.
I got the North, I got the South, and a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Hey, that's good. That's good though. You know how to adapt to your environment for sure. How has it been? Just transitioning back into like doing conventions, doing wrestling shows as well. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of different measures and everything than prior to COVID and all that. How's that been for you?
It's definitely a transition. Everyone's wearing masks. There's always the awkward. Some people want to shake hands or fist bump. I always do like the Pocahontas wave. I feel like that's really nice. So there's we all want to be safe. We all have to all the competitors, all the athletes have to get tested regularly, just like all the other companies. And we do our best to protect each other. It's just another world. I look at these little kids with the masks on, and I wonder if they're going to be social distanced when they're older. Like their social skills won't be as good because they're so used to these handheld devices that we always walk around with. Like when I was a kid, I didn't walk around with that. And I see my nephews and my niece, they walk around with it like it's nothing. And I didn't have that growing up. And it's just a different world. We're all adjusting to what is the new normal. But I did just wrestle for SWE Fury's TV taping this past Saturday in Canton, Texas. We have Teddy Long, we got Mark Henry, we got Jazz, Malaya Hosaka. We got some names, and we are doing really well. Texas restrictions is different. Every state has different guidelines, but they followed their state's guidelines with the practicing, and so it just feels really good to be in front of a big crowd and around people. And yeah, I had a lot of fans, a lot of little girls that were so excited to see me. And I mean, it feels like, being brought back to life after such a dull year that we just had.
No, yeah. I totally relate to that. It's just, it's great. It's funny you said, you did training in Universal. Just actually came back with my family from Universal. We took a trip over there. So, it was kind of just a different world. Just like, you see people like, it's kind of like normal, it's like, it's just a whole nother world.
Masks still.
Yeah. No, everybody's still wearing masks and, doing their best to, socially distance from each other. And, I don't know. It is what it is. It's just like you said, it's a new norm. And, we all just got to kind of live our lives and, get through it as best as we can, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And, something you talked about with the SWE, Jazz, how amazing has it been just to see her? She's like a resurgence. She's back. She's on Impact. She's still looking amazing. I'm so happy to see her back.
Man. She's still kicking ass. And I know her body hurts after all these years, and she's still kicking ass. And I mean, I watched her videos in the past, and she still is, but man, just the body she had, she was so jacked and such, and not to mention just for a black female in the business, an athlete, because there wasn't that many then. That now there's a lot more, like the Sasha and the Bianca, and so she's a trailblazer, and I love working with her. She's the best.
Yeah, she's definitely amazing. Something else as well. You talked about on quarantine. You kept doing your fitness as well. We know that you know a lot more about cars than most people. And apparently you know a lot more about fitness than most people, because you have like the best abs I've ever seen on anybody. So you're right up there with like Chris Masters and them. I was just like, yeah, those abs are amazing. Yeah, but so what is like a workout routine for you? I need some advice here, because I need to get my abs look like yours by summertime.
Okay, I will get you some Amber abs. Here are your tips, exclusive Amber abs tips right here on RapnWrestle, you guys. So when I was an EMT, I was using an ab wheel, but it kind of was like not really doing it for me. Mm-hmm. And my partner told me it's all about just leg raises, the intensity of leg raises. He goes, that'll really help you. It's just your own body weight. So I'd sit on the edge of my bed, couch, somewhere comfortable. You can even do it on the ground, depending on how like your tailbone feels. And you do leg raises, and you just hold your legs elevated about no more than like 6 inches off the ground. Keep your core really tight and just do crunches, then do one, then do the other, and then hold it. Like just hold your legs up for like a solid 60 seconds, and then do crunches. I must have done 300-400 crunches a day. I would do them like 4 days a week. Then I'd slow down. And then you can also now, like I go to LA Fitness and I'll hang on the pull-up bars, or you can adjust here and then just do the leg raises side to side, do your obliques. It's just, I'm telling you, if you want killer abs, you don't need special equipment or training. You just need your own body, and just keep doing those leg raises, all different motions, like the hanging ones, the positioned here, just sitting down. And you'll feel the burn. You can even do kind of like mountain climbers, but you're in a push-up stance, and you take your right knee to your right tricep, your right knee to your right wrist. Then you take your right knee to your left tricep, and then you pull it across your body to your left wrist, and then you do the opposite. And that'll also burn it. So it's just your own body weight. It's honestly, you just got to have that drive. You got to have some Nova drive in you, some determination. You'll get them abs. That's all you need.
Nice. See, so I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna keep you updated.
Start with small sets. Start with like a set of 25, take a break, do another 25. Maybe you knock out like 50 a day, then 100 a day. Then you're at the gym, you can knock out 200 in a set. Then you take a day or two off, rest, do another. Like, start light with your sets though.
I got you. We're gonna remember this too. If they work on me, you could trademark it. You can start your own ab company. You know?
All right, you're my test subject.
There we go. So since you have started, and that time that you spent in NXT, Impact Wrestling as well, and just at the beginning of your career, how do you think as a performer and as a talent that you've progressed since that time to where we are right now?
Man, the progression of Nova Girl, Amber Nova. Yes. Since my first TV match at Impact to now, how much more experienced I am as a competitor in the ring, my styles. I really like catch wrestling, my technique. It's improved so much. And I'm also so much more comfortable in front of a camera, in front of a crowd. I'm more aware of my surroundings than I ever used to be. So yes, as a wrestler, performer, I want to say I've definitely improved.
Definitely. So let's go outside of the ring. We know you love the cars, the American Muscle cars, modeling you do as well. Besides those things, what is it that Amber does outside of the ring that maybe fans won't know? That's a hobby, or maybe that's a secret talent that you have that your ordinary fans want to know you have.
I think I can play a pretty mean game of pool. I do like to play pool. I'm no shark, but you never know. I like to play pool. I like anything with water. I like kayaking, paddle boarding. I like jet skis. So definitely, island girl. I like to be by the water. I like to do outdoor stuff, activities like that. I do like going to car shows and taking my car and looking at other people's cars. Like, it's fun. So a couple hobbies, that would be it.
Nice. And the orange Chevy Nova, that's you. That's really your car that you go all around in, right?
Every day. That's my daily driver, my 73 Chevy Nova. And that's why, a lot of my wrestling gear always has orange incorporated Like Japanese wrestlers like to stick with one color. They used to, like back in the day. So I like to stick with one color where I always have some orange because Chevy's original motor color is orange.
Yeah. Yep. You know, that's so amazing that you said that, because I feel like for you, it kind of like it helps you stick out too as well. Even when it comes from, like we said, marketing standpoint, like I think of it like someone I think of like is Shotzi Blackheart. So it's like you go to her page, everything's green. It's like you go to your page, everything's orange. I just feel like it's such a better, you know, promotional tool. Have you ever thought of it like that, as that as well? Like it's just a overall visual thing for yourself?
Yeah, sometimes I don't want to always have too much orange. You know, I like, you know, I break it up and I get diversity with it, but I do want people to recognize like my signature color like that with me. Can I step away from the camera?
Yeah, sure.
I'll grab something. Got my signature Amber Nova custom made by yours truly, Grease Rags.
Oh, nice.
I have red. Red is your typical mechanic grease rag color, would be red, but I got orange. And everybody out there, you guys can get these from me. You just DM me Instagram, AmberNova73, or send me an email, AmberNova73@gmail.com. And I'll get back to you. You guys can place an order for grease rags, posters, photos, any type of merchandise you're looking for.
Nice. Look at that. Perfect. And we're talking about merch. You see the lovely pillow behind you. How does it feel to see yourself in pillow form?
Check that out. Oh, and my orange pants. Orange. All right, so I'm going to show you this. So that pillow guy cooked up Amber Nova. And if you guys want to get your own pillows, you want to get your mom like her cat, her dog, you can make donuts, you can make food, pretty much any picture or image, they can print it onto a pillow. And these things are really soft in the image quality. I'm very impressed. Check that out.
Yeah,
that
it's great.
Image quality is insane.
It is crazy. It's great. Look at I can see the whole abs from all the way back there. That's what I'm saying.
Whoa, look at this.
It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I think it's real. It's the same. It's the same. Yeah, so when you guys go to that pillow guy, use my code Amber and you get 10% off.
Awesome.
Or is it 20?
Awesome.
I don't remember. It's 20% off. Something like that.
It's a good, it's a good deal.
Pillows, just use code Amber. You'll get a discount.
Good, perfect. Hey, gotta get those savings for sure. All right, so this is my last question to you, and we'll wrap it up. I want to know, anybody that's out there that's saying, hey, you know, I'm starting out in the business, I want to pursue this, I want to do this. What are those key words of advice that you want to give to them to make it in this business?
Key words. Drive. You have to have drive. You have to have passion. You have to be realistic too, though. You know, as much work as you put in, you'll get out. You want to be a superstar, you need to look like superstar. You need to get your ass in that gym. This sport is extremely painful, and you have to have very good endurance and cardio. Learn as much as you can, watch as much wrestling you can. And I don't mean new style, because what's old, I believe, is now new. Lots of old school technical style wrestling, like a William Regal type stuff. You know, it's like a cycle. What's old is new. It's going to come back around. And that's what I like to do with my wrestling. I like to do a lot more technical, and I really like to just go at it wrestling wise. Yes, I can do the flashy things in the ring as well, but that's not what it's always about. And yeah, just be respectful, be humble, and just, you have to have drive. Like, I moved my whole life to Orlando knowing nobody, with just a Nova and a dream. So yeah, you have to have a lot of drive. It's going to be really tough, but if you have the drive, like you guys give me my Nova drive, you'll make it.
Awesome. Yeah, very, very great advice for sure. I want to thank you once again, Amber, for, you know, taking the time out, coming on, for giving us a tune up here on Rap and Wrestle. If the fans want to, you know, stay connected with you, they want to keep up with you, they want to follow your journey, how can they connect with you on social media?
Yes, so all my Nova heads out there, follow me on my social media. It's AmberNova73. No, I was not born in 73. It's the year of my car. Yes, I get asked that. So Amber Nova 73. You know, if you're not familiar with me, you can YouTube Amber Nova. I've got plenty of matches out there. Download the SWE Fury TV app. I have been working with them with Mark Henry, Teddy Long, Jazz. We've got some big things coming with that production company. So follow their journey as well. And yeah, tune in to Rap and Wrestle for a tune-up.
Awesome. Definitely. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And once again, guys, it is Derek. You can follow us Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at RapnWrestle. Also check us out on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify as well. And for this episode, it's Derek, it's Amber Nova, and we are out.